The light in the library. There was once a girl named Maya who grew up in a small village surrounded by fields and rivers. Her parents worked hard as farmers, and though they didn't have much, they always told her one thing: education is the bridge to a better life. Maya believed them. Every morning, she walked several kilometers to school, sometimes through mud and rain, carrying a small backpack filled with old books. Her shoes were worn, but her dream was strong. She wanted to become a teacher so she could help other children like herself. When hope fades. As Maya grew older, school became harder. Her grades began to drop, and she often felt exhausted from helping her parents after class. One night, after failing a math exam, she sat by the window and cried quietly. "Maybe I'm just not smart enough," she whispered. Her best friend encouraged her to rest, but Maya couldn't stop thinking about her parents' sacrifices. She felt like she was letting them down. Her motivation slowly faded, and her spark, the one that once made her study under a dim lantern, began to dim. A stranger's encouragement. One evening, while Maya was sitting alone in the village library, an elderly librarian noticed her sadness. He sat beside her and asked gently, "Why do you look so heavy-hearted, my dear?" Maya explained everything: the failed exams, the exhaustion, and the feeling that maybe she wasn't meant to succeed. The old man smiled kindly and said, "Do you know what the secret of motivation is? It's not about feeling strong every day. It's about remembering why you started and taking one small step forward even when you don't want to." He then told her a story of a candle that refused to go out in the storm because it wasn't the wax or the flame that kept it alive, but the purpose to bring light. Those words touched Maya's heart deeply. Step by step. From that day, Maya made a plan. She broke her big goals into smaller ones. Study 20 minutes longer each night. Review one subject each day. Write one motivational quote at the start of her notebook. At the top of the first page, she wrote, "Even the smallest light can shine in darkness." She began studying consistently, not perfectly, but persistently. Some nights she was too tired to focus, but she still read a few pages before sleeping. She rewarded herself after every small win, finishing a topic, improving her score by 1 point, or simply understanding something she didn't before. And slowly, her confidence grew. The breakthrough. Months later, her teacher announced the results of a major exam. Maya's hand shook as she received her paper, and then she saw it. A big red A written across the top. Tears filled her eyes, not because she had earned a high grade, but because she hadn't given up. From that moment, Maya knew that motivation wasn't something you wait for. It's something you build through patience, purpose, and perseverance. Years later. Years passed and Maya achieved her dream. She became a teacher in her village, the same place where she once struggled. Her classroom was filled with colorful posters that said things like, "Progress, not perfection. Believe you can, and you're halfway there." Every time one of her students felt discouraged, she would share her own story, how she once wanted to quit but decided to take one small step forward instead. The lesson. Maya's story reminds us that staying motivated is not about never failing, it's about not letting failure define you. True motivation comes from remembering your purpose, taking small, consistent steps, and celebrating every bit of progress you make. Because even the smallest flame can light the darkest room if it refuses to go out.